what you want from my neighbor.
For heaven's sake, we spent enough time when we were kids. What's all the fuss?
God, I better change the sheets then. I can't believe anyone still packs like this.
It's worth it, though. Look.
Well, the people of Ramallah are very honored.
It's not for here. It's for when we go to the kibbutz for the ceremony. I haven't seen these guys in years, and I want to look my best.
Oh, so it's schmutters for the West Bank and your best finery for Israel.
Well, I didn't mean that. Don't start twisting my words again, Mara.
Well, what did you mean?
I meant,
Yes.
well, people here are not well off,
So?
I didn't think it would be appropriate to dress too smartly. I'm trying to be sensitive, Mara. Look, I've done a lot of reading for this trip, and I thought something more like this. Plain, understated. Why, what's wrong?
That's too low. That's not modest enough. Actually, this is more the sort of thing a woman like you would wear out here.
What do you mean, a woman like me?
Well, you know, married, middle class, 40-something, traditional values. I mean, I'm a real mess compared to the women I meet. I don't paint my nails, I don't wear makeup. I definitely fail to keep up appearances like most of the internationals out here.
Well, I guess you're just too busy doing your good causes.
Right. Well, I'll make us some tea.
That'd be great.
What kind?
I have a choice. How civilized. Earl Grey?
Damn, I meant to get some in for you. I'm sorry. Is Builder's okay?
Well, not too strong then, and no milk. And can you bring me some aspirin?
Why? What's wrong?
It's just my head. I get these tension headaches.
Well, I don't think I have any. I'll go and check, and I'll go and toss those sheets into the washer and get us some fresh ones.
So you do have a washing machine?
Yes, and electricity, and running water when the Israelis don't cut off the supply. Okay, sorry, I'll go in with that aspirin.
Well, maybe I have some somewhere in here. Let's see. Yep, it's okay. Your Marmite got me into trouble.
Oh, you angel.
Oh, it must be the trouble it caused me. God, did they make a fuss. One guy says it's a liquid. Another guy says it's not a liquid. Then they wanted my whole handbag empty, no doubt, to see what other subversive items I might have. Heinz baked beans, licorice, all sorts, chocolate, cupcakes. No, I drew the line. But the questions, where was I going? Who was I going to see?
You didn't say you were coming here.
Sure, why should I lie?
Nat, I warned you.
Well, naturally, they were astounded, concerned for my safety.
I'll bet.
What's a nice Jewish girl like you want with Ramallah, they said. Tel Aviv, the beach, a nice five-star hotel, yes, but that shithole. Oh, couldn't agree more, I said. But first, I've just got to pop over to my baby sister in Ramallah because she ran out of Marmite. Don't worry, though, 48 hours and I'm out of there. And I mean it, Mara. Naturally, I didn't tell them the real reason for my visit.
Well, very funny. Well, at least it got you here.
Well, you didn't give me much choice, did you? Look, I just came for Dad, and then I really am out of here. And I'd like to take you with me, Mara.
Nat.
I'm worried about you. We all are. I mean, what are you doing here? It's all so different. And as for me coming here with Sam being ill and everything, well, let me tell you, his parents were not happy at all. And well, Sam mustn't have stress right now. And he's stressed, and so are the kids.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get you in trouble with Sam's parents. But there's nothing to worry about. I mean, not for you anyway. I mean, come on, look outside. There's no terrorists lurking, no masked men with Kalashnikovs.
No, it's just a dump. I mean, look at it.
Now, don't start that again. I had enough of that on the bus. And I could have done without your running commentary, thank you very much. It was embarrassing.
It's just so different.
Oh, from Israel, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's the third world once you get into the West Bank.
So what is it? That the aid money gets into someone's pocket? Corruption?
I think it's called occupation, Nat. There's not much of a chance of getting a flourishing economy going when you've been occupied for 41 years. And this is as good as it gets. This is the five-star part of the West Bank. Believe me, there's
Oh,
worse.
Jesus, if it's going to be politics for the next 2 days.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go on. It's just that now that you're here, I want you to get a feel for what it's really like. We had a deal, remember?
Just be careful. I've said everything I want to say on the matter. You know exactly why I came and what I think. So I don't want to have to go over it again and have a fallout with you. Really, I don't.
Okay.
And you promised that if you couldn't turn me around to your point of view, I could take him back with me.
And I want you to promise me something.
What?
That you'll keep an open mind tonight. That you'll listen.
I'm a trained listener, remember, Mara? But I can't see me changing my mind about Dad, if that's what you mean.
I'm gonna get the tea.
That'd be great.
So, Sam's back at work then?
Pretty much.
That's fantastic.
Couldn't wait.
I'm sorry, I meant to get some cakes in, but I had to work late, and by the time I got out, everything was closed.
A cheesecake, some Danish, cream cheese, Gouda, pickled herring, Hamish cucumbers, bagels, and of course lots of it.
You brought me all this on the plane?
No, of course not. I got it in Jerusalem this morning. Thought you could do with some proper food. Now don't go giving it all away, Mara. I know what you're like. So, what time did they get here?
At 6.
Oh God, so early.
I know you. I thought you'd have time for a rest, but it all took so much longer.
Oh, Mara, I'm exhausted. Can't you put them off? Say I'm tired from the journey or something.
I can't do that, especially the uncle. He's come all the way from his village.
Oh, tell me about it. That bus.
Well, journeys are a big thing out here. I mean, it could take him half an hour or 5 hours to get to Ramallah from where he lives with all the checkpoints and the deviations. And he's not young. It would be impossibly rude.
Okay. But why we have you to invite strangers when I'm only here a couple of days and we haven't seen each other in almost 9 months?
They're not strangers, Nat. Salim and his wife have become like family, and Dowd has been a wonderful neighbor. He's become a really great friend.
Has he now?
Palestinians are incredibly kind and hospitable, Nat. I know you find that hard to believe, but I'm a Jew living in their midst, and they accept me.
You told them you were Jewish?
Of course.
Jesus, and you trust them?
Nat.
I'm sure individual Arabs
Palestinians
can be perfectly charming if they want to be.
Nat.
It's good to see you. And you look wonderful, Marinka. The best you've looked in years. God knows what this godforsaken place is doing for you. And I've been a bitch. Bitchy,
No.
bossy, overbearing older sister.
Yeah.
Are they religious? I mean, will they shake my hands as a woman?
Of course they'll shake your hand.
Well, I need to know these things. I don't honestly know how to behave with them.
What are you talking about?
You know what I mean.
No.
I feel awkward.
Well, you don't need to. They haven't got horns.
Oh, don't be stupid.
Well, look, you've come all this way. I just thought you should meet people.
All right. I'm just tired. I'm sure it'll be fine. I like the hair, by the way.
Do you?
Why so surprised?
Well, we've been together for 6 hours and you haven't mentioned it.
God, talk about paranoia.
Well, it's so unlike you.
Well, I was tense, maybe. Can you blame me?
Well, now that I got you here safely in one piece.
Now I can do hair. It suits you, the length. Not sure about the earrings.
Oh?
A bit ethnic for me.
Sorry.
So where is he? The bedroom?
Cold?
Oh, Mara, not the kitchen, surely.
Why, you think he's not hygienic?
Oh, my God! Look at this kitchen. It's like stepping back in time here.
Cold.
The fridge?
Colder.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Mara, how am I going to find him in all this mess? You've only been here 5 minutes.
2 months, actually.
You're drowning in tins and jars.
Ah, getting warm.
Oh, not a jar. Not like you're some kind of pickle.
Cool.
Thank God, a tin then.
That's as far as I'm going till you kept your promise.
Oh, for God's sake, Mara, don't make me open all these tins. I couldn't face it. Just tell me which one it is.
I didn't say a tin.
I can't believe you decanted our father in some common or garden food container.
Well, listen, I didn't want to have to explain why I was bringing an urn with my father's ashes into the country, so I smuggled him in a tin of
Of what?
Lapsang Souchong.
You're kidding! Fortnum and Mason's. A touch of class. He'd like that. Oh,
Oh, they're early. Quick, take your stuff and go into the bedroom and relax. Come in, it's open. Assalamu alaikum. Ahlan wa salam. Welcome, welcome. Tafadalum, please come in.
Walaikum Islam.
Thank you, you shouldn't have. They're beautiful.
Celine brought you some fresh mint and other herbs.
From my wife, she promised you, remember?
Oh, so kind. How is she?
Her arthritis very bad now. Much pain. She cannot do much, but she want to pick this for you. I say, stay in bed, but she say, no. This lady, she tried to help us. We must give her something, even if it is small. And she want to know when you come visit us again.
Oh, this is my sister Natasha. This is Dowd and his uncle Salim. Hello.
Natasha is a Russian name?
Yes, our grandparents, our grandparents were Russian on our mother's side. They gave us both Russian names.
Well, I was named after my great aunt Tamara.
Really?
Well, I called myself Mara as a child, and it just kind of stuck. Well, please, everyone, come in and I'll make us some tea. Salim's wife kindly brought me some fresh mint. I'll make some tea with it, some fresh mint tea. Some naan?
I'll come and help.
No. You are guest. You must be tired from your long journey. I will help with tea.
Oh, no doubt. I'd rather you sit and talk to Nat.
You are coming from Britain.
Yes, via Britain, from the States. My husband's American.
Mara tells me you live in Cleveland.
Yes.
My son lived there.
Oh, really?
He married American too?
Right.
Well, they are divorcing.
You like United States, Mr. Bush?
Oh, God, no.
Your husband like him, maybe?
No way. Sam's a Democrat. He was very involved with the Hillary campaign.
You do not support Obama?
Well, I would have liked to have seen a woman in the White House. Wouldn't you, Mara? Anyway, we have no time for Bush in our house or the Iraq War.
What do you think of Ramallah?
Oh, I'm sure it's charming when you get to know it. I only came through on that little bus thing, so I couldn't form an opinion yet.
You did not come with taxi.
That would have been less tiring.
You bring your sister by bus.
I wanted her to have a local experience.
You are tough on your sister, Mara.
The checkpoints, the waiting around, the cute soldiers with their guns.
Oh my God, I've forgotten how good looking those young guys are.
At least from Colombia, I could have taken you in my car.
You have a car? Well, that would have been nice.
You have seen City Center, Al-Manara.
What?
You remember the lion statues?
Oh yes, cute.
It's mint tea. It's just fresh mint. Sugar, anyone?
Do you have any sweetener?
No way. Can I get you some honey?
No, you have to be careful. I'm sure women over here have to watch their figures too, with all those delicious sweet cakes with honey and nuts and things, just like the Greek ones.
My wife, she likes the sweet cakes. Palestinian women, when they are old, they don't mind so much.
Oh, come on. She's not that big, Celine.
Mom had a sweet tooth.
Did she?
You did not see this?
No, I was quite young when she died, only 6.
Oh, I did not realize you were that young.
Because I was 13, so I remember more. Mara was much younger than me, of course.
No, I thought maybe you were the younger one.
Oh, Dad, stop kidding. Is this the Arab charm you're on about, Mara?
I don't know what you mean.
And your father died a year ago, Mara told me.
Yes.
And that is why you are here?
Mara told you that too.
Celine doesn't know what we're talking about.
Oh, well, it was our father's wish that his ashes be buried on a kibbutz in the Galilee. That's why I've come.
Celine comes from a village in the Galilee, too.
Oh, really? Oh, isn't it beautiful there? After our mother died, our father used to send us there every summer. It was like a paradise for us, wasn't it, Mara? A wonderful landscape. Simple, outdoor living. Oh, even the air smelled different.
I'm not sure that Celine needs to hear all this.
Well, all I'm saying is that life was great on the kibbutz back then. All those people really living out their ideals. That's what Dad really
Yes,
loved.
but
For young children, I agree. It was a beautiful place.
Beautiful, exactly. Do you remember working in the orange groves? Oh, I dug out a photo before we came, that one of you and me picking oranges. Now, where is it? I know we put it in here. I must show you.
you can show me later.
I want to show your friends. Where is it? I didn't want to risk putting it in my suitcase. I'm always worried that my luggage won't arrive. Some things you just can't replace, can you? And you know what they say about fire. What would you do if your house catches on fire? What would you take with you? Well, with me it would be photos every time. Sentimental things, you know. Now, oh, here it is. This is all I could find. Look how skinny you were. And there's little Mara dancing the hora. Oh, you got so good at the Israeli dancing, didn't you? My father and my uncle helped found the kibbutz, even though Dad didn't stay on. Oh, I really miss going there. Even though I know it's changed and not the idol it once was. Where exactly did your family live?
Our village name was Alieta.
Well, that's funny. The kibbutz was called Yetta, too.
Exactly.
And you haven't been able to visit it since?
There is no village now. They threw us out in 48. We become refugee.
You like more tea, maybe?
And you haven't been back in all those years?
In my dreams. For 60 years, this is my dream. You who live in America or Britain, you can go visit a place where my family, they lived for hundreds of years. Come and go anytime you want. But I, who was born there, no.
Well, maybe we can take pictures when we go.
Yes.
Yes, I use photos with my reminiscence work. The old folks really appreciate it.
I will be very pleased that if you'll do that. I will tell you exact place where you go.
Yes.
If you can find our olive trees, it makes me very happy to know that something still stands on land from time of our ancestors.
But it's your olive trees here that you're worried about, isn't it, Celine? Because of the wall? I mean, how many have you lost now?
Maybe your sister want to hear something good about our life here for the change. We have a new pizza place here. Maybe we can take you there tomorrow. And on Thursday
Oh,
we
I'm
can...
leaving Thursday.
No, so soon. We wanted to take you to our salsa classes.
Did we?
Salsa?
You're learning salsa?
She's good, your sister. Me, not so good. My feet like elephant feet. Can you? Of course you can.
No.
Oh, that's the dance.
I thought so.
What is salsa?
Oh, shall we show him, huh?
It is a dance?
Right, no, I don't think so.
Oh, I did not know.
I don't know how we got from the wall to salsa.
You tell your sister about my situation, how you helped me find a good lawyer.
Oh, he's trying to bring a case to stop the wall from cutting him off from his land.
Come to my village, please. You'll be my guest. Come see with your own eyes, Mrs. Natasha, and my wife. She'll make you special food. She's such a cooker, my wife.
You are a good cooker too. No, I can tell.
Did Mara tell you that? I'm a great cook.
No, you just look like you enjoy to cook.
You mean I look like I like my food?
Yes, no, like you enjoyed the cooking.
Not like Mara, you mean, who lives off Marmite soldiers still, I bet.
I have slightly moved on from that, Nat, and I can cook, but not like Celine's wife.
Oh, she's famous in our family for her chicken and stuffed vegetables. Delicious.
My Fatima, she'd be very happy if I say Mara's sister come to visit us. Nobody comes see us anymore. It is too difficult. And my wife, she is too frightened to travel. The soldiers, the questions.
Which is what they want, of course, to stop people from moving around, and now with the wall...
Well, it has stopped the suicide bombings.
You know, Mrs. Natasha, you are now in the only place in the world where you have to go north to go south.
Do you get it, Nat? It's because people have to make these massive detours because the wall cuts them off. I mean, that's how people survive out here. They make a joke out of everything. Sound familiar?
The hood like joke, no?
Yes, they helped us survive when times were bad.
Exactly, you understand. Of course the Yehud understand about these things.
You mean Jewish people, Uncle. We know they have suffered in their history.
And now it is our turn. We are the Jews now.
Excuse me, I need some air.
Hello? Wait, Israel? Of course.
What's he saying? You speak Arabic?
Thank you. And you? No, it's okay. We have to go now anyway.
I'm sorry, but we have to go now.
Oh, no, and you've only just come, and I made us all something to eat.
I know, I'm sorry. That was my cousin, and there's been an incident.
What kind of incident? Not a bomb?
Maybe, not here.
Where, in Israel?
It's not clear. My cousin just said that maybe they'll be closing the checkpoint, and then my uncle will not be able to get home tonight.
Yes, we must go. My Fatima cannot be alone at night. I promise her.
That's why we must leave now, in case there's a closure.
I'm so sorry.
So am I.
Masalame. Goodbye.
I hope we have a chance to meet again before you leave.
Mind the steps, Salim, and please thank Fatima for me.
I suppose I can't smoke in here now?
No, you can't. Besides, I thought you gave it up after Joel's asthma.
Well, of course I don't smoke in the house, but sometimes I just need it. Thank God they're gone. Where in the hell did I put the lighter?
You'll have to go outside in the yard.
You call that a yard? It's a wasteland. No, it's too cold in here. I packed all the wrong things. I thought it would be warmer. Well, at least I packed one. And I got this for you when we were on vacation. It's for when you meet that gorgeous man. Who knows, maybe on our trip to the Galilee, you'll meet some handsome Israeli guy, some peacenik type.
I told you I'm not going.
Don't be silly. I booked the ceremony. The cousins are coming, and some of the old-timers from the kibbutz. Oh, we can't let them down. And we can bury Dad finally in the place he loved most. Oh, remember the Katzes? Myra Katz sent an old photo of Dad. Her son just emailed it to me. We've never seen one of him in his pioneering days. Look, he still had hair. Oh, they're so excited to see us. What's wrong?
I told you I'm not coming.
Laura, darling, you've got to come. Look, when you get back to London, you'll get all this into perspective.
Oh, right.
You know how you are. You jump right into things and then you move on.
That is so patronizing.
Don't take it like that.
Well, how am I supposed to take it?
Well, you can't deny you've been into a lot of causes. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but aren't you filling a gap, a hole in your life? So now it's the Palestinians. I blame Tim. I know he broke your heart, and obviously left a void which you're trying to fill with all this.
Well, it's got to be better than Tupperware.
Is that what you think my life is all about? Look, I thought we could talk about this sensibly like we used to when you were going through some kind of life crisis.
I am not in a life crisis. I'm finally looking at this through adult eyes, unlike you still spewing out sentimental kibbutz memories, which Salim was finding excruciating in case you hadn't noticed. And then you had to show him photos, and then you offered to take photos for him.
He was pleased.
Oh, yes, you love that. It's not enough that you've taken away his land. Now you got to ram it home with photographic evidence.
And you say you're not going through some kind of mental crisis. Listen to you.
You are the one that's not listening. I mean, hello, we just had visitors, and you act as if nothing happened, as if they didn't exist. Just like we were kids coming here, year after year. There must have been Arabs around, but to us, they were invisible.
I don't remember seeing any.
But you remember that derelict stone building.
Yes, I had my first snog there with Ori.
Exactly. To us, it was just a place for kids to hang out in. We never once thought that a family like Salim's had been forced out for our convenience.
Convenience?
Oh, and don't start with the Holocaust.
What do you mean don't
Oh,
start?
it's so exploitative.
33 members of our family end up in the gas chambers and you say don't it starts.
Exploiting the memory of people like our grandparents to justify a crime? That's disgusting.
What crime?
Taking away someone's land from them is, in my opinion, a crime.
Excuse me. For 2,000 years, Jews have been persecuted. For 2,000 years, we've been waiting to return to our country.
Our country. That is ridiculous. You can't just show up after 2,000 years and say, hi, I'm back and this is mine.
There have been Jews living there continuously since biblical times.
So what? A tiny minority. Another people have been living there all that time. We were sold a lie. That it was a land without a people for a people without a land. That's the real point. That was the Zionist propaganda.
Zionist propaganda? What are you, the PLO? Laura, darling, what's happened to you? Have you become totally brainwashed?
You're the one that's brainwashed.
All we wanted was a safe place for Jews. What's wrong with that?
Safe.
Where else were people like Uncle Doug supposed to go after the camps?
And what about Salim's family? Where were they supposed to go? When I heard about what happened at Yetta, no way could I take Dad's ashes there.
This is not about you, Tamara. This is about
But
Dad.
knowing what I know now, there is no way that I'm going to bury Dad's ashes in a place where Arabs were expelled. Nobody told us about this. They only told us about the glorious heroes of the War of Independence. Uncle Doug amongst them.
I can't believe this. So this is why you forced me to come here. We can't bury Dad's ashes on the kibbutz because some nice Arabs used to live nearby.
I think he would be shocked if he knew.
And so he'd say, okay, Mara, the kibbutz was a bad idea. Why don't we scatter my ashes over Hampstead Heath instead?
That's not a bad idea.
Oh, really?
I'm sorry now. I'm so sorry.
Well, at least I have you all to myself this evening. We haven't seen each other in almost 9 months, and all we've done so far is fight.
I know. And you must be exhausted. Why don't you go and have a nap? And no smoking in there. Yes, come in.
Sorry, we had to come back. Columbia checkpoint, they closed it already.
Oh, no.
I need to ask you something.
Yes.
The Israelis are closing down this part of Ramallah. They stopped the suicide bombing and are looking for the people that organized it. I cannot have my uncle standing for hours in the cold, humiliated.
And you must have him here then.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to ask.
And Waleed too.
If we can find him.
You don't think they'll search here then?
They usually leave internationals alone. My uncle has a better chance here than in my place. Are you sure? You don't need to talk to your sister. She might not be happy about it.
It'll be fine.
I liked her, by the way.
You don't have to like her because of me.
You are wearing the earrings.
They're beautiful.
Well, I'm happy with
What the hell was that?
It was a curfew announcement. Dowd and Salim couldn't make it back in time, so I've invited them to spend the evening with us. Besides, I have supper already. You better go and check on Salim.
Thank you for doing this for us, Mona. And of course you, Natasha. I will see you both very soon.
A curfew? You mean we can't leave the apartment?
Yep.
For how long?
Who knows?
So when are we going to have our talk? There's so little time.
Well, you could stay on.
The ceremony is Thursday, remember?
So you keep saying. I'm gonna go check on supper. They're gonna be back any minute. Dowd will love your cheesecake, by the way.
Will he now? And will he love this too?
What's that supposed to mean?
He's married, of course. He's wearing a ring. And I suppose he has a tribe of kids.
He has 2.
Only 2?
There were 3. He had a little girl.
sorry. And I'm sorry this always happens to you. You deserve better.
That what always happens to me.
That you always fall for the wrong guy.
Well, we can't all be like you, finding Mr. Right the first time around with perfect marriage.
Yes, until he has a stroke at 49.
Yeah, well, that was just Taylor.
God, you look just like Mom when you look at me like that. She was just
I know,
her
that's
age.
probably why I finally decided to do something with my life. Dad didn't need me anymore,
So you decided to scare the hell out of us by risking your life for Palestinians.
I'm training English teachers, Nat, not standing in front of bulldozers.
Do you think Dad would be happy that you're here? I reckon he'd be turning in his grave, if he had one. If you'd allow him one.
Well, I think you're wrong.
Believe me, you couldn't twist him around your little finger over this one, Mom.
I think I knew him a bit better than you for the last 12 years.
Still Daddy's girl. Look, Mara, you need a man in your life, not some idolized dead father, and not
what?
Palestinian.
Look, they're back. Soldiers may want to search the building.
You're kidding.
And if they come to this flat, we do not tell them they're here. Come in.
How nice. We get to spend more time with you.
Yes.
And the supper Mara made won't go to waste.
If you need to use the phone, it's right over there too.
I have already called her. God willing, I can still get back tonight.
Well, everyone come in and sit down and make yourselves at home. Celine, why don't you take this chair? It's more comfortable.
So, how long do you think the curfew will last?
We can have no idea. We can go until they find what they want to find.
Or until they think they've punished the local population enough.
Well, I'm sure they wouldn't do this without good reason.
Are you okay?
Fine, just a bit.
Do you have asthma? Oh, my son has it. It's terrible. Are you okay?
Yes, I am okay now.
They say it's genetic. Do your kids have it?
Only my youngest daughter.
Salim has 10 children.
Really? I know you all like big families, but 10? Do they live near you?
6 live outside. Germany, United States, Saudi Arabia, Cairo, Lebanon.
Wow.
This is how we live now.
You must miss them.
Of course, we do not want this, but believe me, without their help, especially my son Omar, medical doctor. He is medical director of hospital in Chicago. And my other son, he is lawyer in Cleveland. Without their help, all the family over here, my wife and I, their cousins, their uncles, we could not even eat. One daughter, she just get back now from getting master in public health in Boston. She have work here now, but no, they're all good children. And I have 36 grandchildren.
Oh, amazing. Oh, and let me show you my kids. Yes, these are my kids. That's Joel's graduation photo.
Have you thought any more about London?
He majored in business studies.
Of course.
He's the one with the asthma.
It is my dream.
He was a sports major, but the asthma got in the way.
I found this grant that you could apply for.
His age?
Really? That's so good.
He's 21. And that's Miriam.
I could help you fill it out and be a referee.
Miriam, my daughter is Maria.
Well, I mean, you tick all the boxes for it. I think you get it.
Well, I think it's the same name, right? She's my eldest. She's 23.
It's a big decision, especially now.
Miriam is also 23, but she is my youngest.
Well, you have a professional qualification.
Really? And what does she do?
I mean, people with that sort of training, how many are there here?
She is one in public health.
I know.
Well, what do you know? Miriam's a nurse. How about that?
Well, London will give you some distance at least, a break after everything you've been through. I could introduce you to people, help you find a place. You could even stay with me till you're sorted. I could show you places.
You're really kind.
I'm not being kind. I want you to help me bring in supper, if you wouldn't mind now.
Of course.
I'll help.
Are you okay?
I've got this. A lot of old internationals make good money, but the old one makes better money. This and has more comfortable furniture.
Are you okay with her?
What can I do? I have to be polite. Anything happening out there?
Nothing.
Maybe they won't come.
Well, we're in the right spot if they do.
Useful having international for a neighbor. Clever of you to be her friend.
She's a real friend.
Ah,
She's a friend to you too.
has she met Mona?
No.
How is Mona?
The same. She doesn't talk. Her mother still blames me. She says she wants to die.
So then you can go off to London. How come you never told me about this? What's in London?
A course Mona found for me.
What sort of course?
Peace studies.
What's that supposed to mean?
Mediation skills, conflict resolution.
Ah, you got that off from that organization of yours.
I don't know why you're always so negative about it.
I don't see how I can sit in the same room with them, let alone dialogue with them. After what happened to Layla, the bastard stopping her ambulance getting through the checkpoints. Did you tell that to your Israeli soldier friends?
Ex-soldiers. Yes, at our first meeting. And it was hard for me and for them.
For them.
Believe me, we understand each other more than our own families because of what we all have been through. We're not like other organizations, and if I go to London...
Forget London! You belong here.
Do you say that to your children?
They're all doing something useful.
They also send you money.
Still, I prefer that they were here.
Really? When they have such a good life outside.
So, can you blame them?
I used to be so jealous. And then I thought to myself, at least I'm here, resisting.
Yes. And we're all proud of you.
And look where it got me. 7 years in Israeli prison.
You, me, and thousands of others.
And what good did it do us? We're all in one big prison. I see no way out. I see no future.
You have a wife, children.
I have no wife.
How can you say that? You must talk to her. I'll talk to
You think
her.
I've tried? I can't get through. There's nothing to get through. She's an empty shell since Layla died. I want to divorce her.
Impossible. You know that's out of the question. We don't do that in this family.
What about Ishmael?
Ishmael's in America. They do things differently.
I can't go on like this.
So, you want to run away?
I want a life. Aren't I entitled to it? Like your son, some happiness, some normality. At least for 1 year.
And the children?
Juanita's 21, Jamila 19. They're old enough now.
And Mona? She still needs a husband when she recovers.
If she recovers. This has broken her. I thought we'd have a second chance when I got out of prison. I'm wiped out.
You with Layla?
Yes. Yes, she was a miracle.
So how bad could it have been?
Almost for years. We had not touched each other.
And the English woman?
What about her?
You're not thinking of her as a wife?
No. Just a friend.
Ah, friendship with a woman. It's more than that, isn't it? She's an entertainment for you right now. So, okay, good luck to you, but that's as far as it goes.
She's not entertainment, Amo. She's different than any woman I've ever known.
Exactly. But that's what attracts you to her. But she's just passing through like all the other internationals. She's just playing with you.
She's not like that. You don't understand. You're so narrow. I can really be myself with her.
Just remember she's a Jew. Haven't the Jews brought all the trouble into this world? Don't you want the whole of Palestine? Half was never enough? Listen, that one, she'll go. It'll blow over. But you belong here. We can't afford to lose you. No, you're right. My children belong here too, but I'm proud of them, but I'm more proud of you. I would never say this to them. You have courage, Dawood. We need all our best men here right now. Believe me, Dawood. Waleed?
Yes.
What is it?
No idea. It's tea. You know, the English in their tea.
They have it with milk. He's not answering.
No.
That boy's a worry.
I just need to know where he is.
You're the same at his age, a hothead, listening to nobody.
The game is more dangerous now. He knows what I think of his activities. What's wrong with him? I left him 6 messages now.
What do you think this is? Some sort of English Tahina?
Looks like chocolate.
Still the naughty boy, I see. Disgusting foreign rubbish.
They give it to their children.
We'll never understand them. What are those bastards up to now?
What's happening?
Tell her bastard Yehud are persecuting us.
Did he say Yahud again? How's your Arabic?
Pretty basic still.
I said your people are getting closer.
It's right over here now.
Oh my God, what do they want?
They're circling the area.
What did it say?
The military order.
What did they
They're
say?
warning us it is dangerous to be outside.
What's the danger?
They could shoot us.
Who?
They are fanatics if they find us on the street. Welcome to Ramallah, Mr. Tash.
Don't worry, it's just an electricity cut. It may not mean anything.
Uncle, all right?
I lost my stick.
Well, sit tight. I'll be right there. I'll find it.
Do we have to stay in the dark like this? I can't stand the dark.
I've got some candles in the kitchen. I'll go and get them.
Here, I will get you some candles and a glass of water, okay? Sit tight.
Don't leave me with that American bitch.
Did you see American? See, my Arabic is improving.
I said, is the American lady all right? Are you okay, madame? Can you find a chair? Now I'll be back soon with candles. Do not worry. This is quite normal. Take my hat.
Thank you. I have a thing about the dark.
Here is my chair. Here.
No, you must take it. Here's one.
Okay?
Yes. Thank you. You're very calm.
What should I do? Shout, be angry, be frightened? Yes, when I was young. But I am old now. I know this will pass. Our time will come. We may not know how to win, but believe me, we do not know how to lose. Do not be frightened, madame.
Nat. You can call me Nat.
The Israelis will not do anything bad to you. You are quite safe. Give it to the lady. I think she needs it.
No. Yes, thank you.
I will bring you another glass.
Thank you. I just got scared. Silly.
My wife, she also gets frightened when the Yehud come with their guns.
Uncle, Mara has some. You want water or Iraq? Mara has some.
Ah, Iraq, of course.
They seem to be good friends.
Yes.
Too good, maybe.
You know he's married
Yes, I know.
to my niece.
I didn't know that.
She is sick right now. Sick in the head.
I'm sorry.
But this is not reason for divorce.
Well, absolutely. Just because you go through bad times doesn't mean...
Of course not. And also, he knows I will not allow this. I'm against divorce.
Me too. It's like a disease back in the States.
Exactly. We do not need your disease over here. We believe in family. Family first.
We Jews are like that too.
Your sister, she is not married.
Divorced. I know. I would just love to see her settle down. And I know in her heart of hearts she wants that too, even though she won't admit it. Settle down, have kids, stop chasing after all these causes, and lead a normal life. Isn't that what we all want?
Normal life, exactly. Just to be human is all I want for me and my family. Life for Palestinians under occupation. We're not even human for the Yehud. I am sorry to say this to you.
Why sorry?
Because you are Jewish, and it is the Jewish who make us suffer like this.
Well, believe me, I don't want your people to suffer, honestly. It's just that I think we have a right to be there too. Oh, let's not go there. I hate politics anyway. Look, Celine, Mara said I was really insensitive earlier, going on about my uncle's kibbutz, the wonderful landscape, the orange groves.
We also had orange grove. Father of my grandfather planted them. I too planted as a child. I do not know if they were the same orange trees, maybe. They took everything from us, not only our house, our home, and our orchard, and our fields, but our landscape that was part of our very soul.
Well, my father loved that landscape too. That's why he wanted his ashes buried there. I know the exact spot. Oh, there I go again. Mara will just kill me.
But, no, a father's wish is, how you say, holy.
Yes, that's how I feel. I'm glad you understand. You know, if you tell this to Mara, maybe she won't be so against it. She's against it, you know, because of how your family suffered.
But this is not fault of your father.
Exactly.
And when I die,
Which won't be for a long time.
I would like my children also to follow my wish, if they can.
I'm sure they can.
I could not do this for my own father.
Really? When did he pass away?
20 years ago now, time of first intifada. Heart attack, just like that.
Oh, so sudden. Well, at least he wasn't in any pain. Our father was in a great deal of pain at the end.
Where was this?
1 year ago Thursday.
You miss it, no?
Oh, yes. He was like a rock, always there for us. He was still working at 82. What did your father do?
Before Nakba, he had land.
Before what?
When they make us to give up our country, we call it Nakba.
I don't understand.
Dowd? How you say this in English? A Nakba, catastrophe? Ah, yes. So before Nakba, my father's family, they owned a lot of land. He was big man in our village.
And this was Yetta,
Elliot.
with the orange groves.
Oranges, figs, lemons, cactus.
All that was a long time ago now.
Memories still live in my heart.
Painful memory?
Too much painful.
Do you ever talk about it?
No, it is too hard.
I work with people with painful memories. They say talking helps.
Who to tell? They all know my story.
You could tell me. I'd like to hear it, if you don't mind.
Where to begin?
No. Mara said you were forced out of the village. Do you actually remember this?
The day they make us to leave, when the Yehud, they come to our village, I remember everything like it was yesterday.
Was that shooting?
Yes, it was, but you're safe here.
Your sister, she wanted to know what happened to us in 48.
Really? Oh my God.
That is just how it started. It was early in the morning, and I was in bed, and I heard loud shooting. And the Jewish soldiers, they come into the village. Many soldiers, they shout, "All men and boys, go to village square." They were so very frightened. I remember one soldier, he'd go all around the village. He'd say to every family, "Give us your guns." He has a whip, a long whip, and he hit this whip, and then he would. So it made them to jump. And then he just laughed. He does not care.
That's awful.
We know this man.
Really?
Yes, before fighting, he come often to buy cattle from my father. He was our neighbor. Many times he come eat at guest house with my father. So on this day when he come to our house, my father, we think he will show respect. But this man, he just hit my father like this on the side of his head, and his headdress it fall off. And my father, he just sit with headdress on ground, trying to keep his respect. My mother, she said to this man, "But we know you know our family, how you can behave like this?" He say to us, "In war I do not know anyone." Then he say to us, go, you must go from your house, you must leave." He tells us we must go to village square. And this one soldier, he say, "Women there, men there." They ask all men, each 10 to 50, to sit down. My mother, she hold me. But soldier. He shouted me to go with the men. I am small for my age. But man was with me. He speak to soldier and he let me go, so I stayed with women. And this one soldier, he started to call out names from a list. But nobody answered. So he just point and say, you. Then they bring the informer. May he roll on his grill in hell. He has a sack over his head with slit for eyes. But we know him. He point at each man when soldier called his name. Some they take away and let them go. But others, they take away. And we hear the shots. All the shots. Take a long time. Then they bring us for women and children. He was far from village. The men they take to labor camp.
Are you all right? Yes.
I'll get you some water.
You need your inhaler. I thought you did not like to tell this story.
This lady, she asked me.
And you are in shock now, Natasha, huh?
I don't know what to say. It's all so unbelievable.
What does she say? I lie?
No, but...
But what?
But he's saying Jewish soldiers killed in cold blood.
This lady, she does not believe me.
You have to understand, this is all very new for my sister.
New?
And very shocking, like the man with the whip being your neighbor.
But he didn't kill them, Mara. In fact, he saved your life, this man.
People were killed.
You actually saw this.
I tell you, this lady, she does not believe me.
No, it's just you were very young. Maybe your memory has gone.
I was 10, old enough. I heard the shots. You do not forget something like that. And later we learned they make some of our men to bury the bodies.
So you were told this. You never actually saw it with your own eyes.
Matt, he heard the shots.
It's just,
You have to excuse my sister.
Tamara.
She may not want to hear this, but it's really important that we do. Especially the part about the labor camps. Salim, I never heard that before. You said your father was sent to one?
Yes, we do not see him for 3 years.
What happened to him?
They take him and others to empty Arab village, make them to take away stone from houses. For Jewish buildings, I think.
And your house, do you know what happened to it?
First was occupied by Jewish soldiers. They kill all our animals, they burn our things, and then after a few months they bring Romanian and Hungarian Jew to live there.
Camp survivors, I bet. They've been through hell, of course.
I don't know. Later they make 200 dunams of our family land into closed military zone. And then they build on it Jewish colony.
How do you know all this?
Salim was one of the Mutasalinen people that sneak back in to see if they can rescue anything. Food, crops, money, photographs.
My parents do not want me to do this because you can be killed.
But you did go back. That was brave. You were very young.
We needed food. But first I must hide and wait for soldier to leave.
And you never caught?
Only once. But it was that same man we knew, our Jewish neighbor. He let me go. I think maybe because I am so young. Or maybe also because I have such a shock, I call out name we children call him.
Orange, right? He had red hair.
What's wrong with you? Loads of Jews had red hair.
Not that many.
Exactly. In our village, all the Jewish look just like us. We make joke about it before. Arab Jew, he must be cousin. This man, we say, maybe he come from Mars.
See, he was the only one.
Don't be ridiculous. How many Jews could he have seen as a boy? Look, This must be boring for you. I think we need some more tea and cheesecake. What do you say?
Cheesecake. This I cannot say no. Uncle?
Why not?
Come on, Mara, let's get the guys some cake.
Are you okay?
Why do you think they went on like that about the red hair? You saw how Mara reacted.
Yes.
As if she thought she knew that guy.
How could she?
Why not?
It's a coincidence.
You saw her face, though.
She was shocked. She's sensitive. That's all. Your story got to her.
But why just that one bit?
Leave it, Uncle. Enough. You look wiped out. Why don't you go lie down? Mara won't mind. A comfortable bed is what you need.
You'd know, I suppose, if her bed was comfortable.
No, I would not know. I'm just thinking you can do with the lie down, that's all.
I'm all right. But she didn't want to believe it, did she?
Who's the older one?
First she asked me to tell her, then she didn't want to believe me.
Not Mara, though. She believed you, though she was shocked.
Thought you knew my story.
Not like you told it just now, not the details. It's important for her to know. Don't forget she's on our side. She believes in the truth. That's what I admire about her.
She's all right. But the sooner we get out of here, the better. What's happening out there? Anything new?
No movement. The APCs are still there, but no movement.
Absolutely not. Are you mad? You're wrong.
See, I bet I'm right.
Oh, come on.
Maybe you can
Will you?
practice some of your new techniques on them. Mediation, conflict resolution.
Here we are. Good?
From Jerusalem.
Yes, I got it this morning. Mara told me how much you liked it.
Cheesecake for Shabbat, no?
Well, look at you. How do you know so much about Jewish festivals?
Oh, I learned a lot about Jewish things once in a special Jewish place.
Really?
Where they tried to get us to see things from the Zionist point of view.
Interesting.
Now,
It was here I learned Hebrew, and I also learned about Jewish festivals. Pesach when you eat the matzah, honey cake for Rosh Hashanah for the sweet New Year.
Well, can you believe this guy? What was this course you were on?
It wasn't a course exactly, although I did learn something new every day.
Dowd, you intrigue me. Where was this place?
Prison.
You were in prison? Mara never told me this.
It was here I learned about Jewish history. I also learned about the Holocaust.
I thought everyone knew about the Holocaust.
It was the first time for me to really hear about this.
what do you mean?
Well, they showed us films. And believe me, I was shocked when I saw the people naked, and they think it is for shower. Believe me, I cried.
How long were you in prison?
7 years.
And why, may I ask?
I was young, I was angry. It was during the first Intifada.
But what exactly did you do? I mean, 7 years is a long time, if you don't mind my
I was
asking.
involved in a plan to attack some border guards.
To kill them?
Of course. What do you think?
We messed it up, we got caught, no one was hurt.
But they could have been.
That was the plan.
Resistance. Resistance, Nat.
Yes, through violent means.
Well, look at the Jews fighting the British occupation through violent means.
Like our Jewish neighbor with orange hair.
That was different.
Why?
That was war. Things happen in war. He even said as much.
War is for soldiers. We were civilians. And it's still war against civilians. What is happening?
I think they are surrounding the building. They're going into the apartment downstairs. Stand back. You don't want to get a bullet through you.
Why are all these people leaving the building? Those children are going to freeze outside in their
That's
pajamas.
what they do when they want to search the building.
We won't have to go out there, will we?
Mazda International, we hope this will protect us.
He needs to lie down. He needs to lie down.
It's empty.
I know first aid. I'll take
No,
it.
I didn't take it. Come.
He needs another inhaler. Maybe if I talk to the soldiers, huh?
You must be joking.
But he's an very bad way, poor man, and the panic makes it worse at his age.
And he has angina.
Oh, God, that's all we need is for him to die on us. Oh, this whole evening has been a nightmare. I never should have come here. Sam's parents will kill me if anything happens to me.
I thought it was Celine that you were worried about.
Of course. And now you will believe me about keeping Mom? Look, if we tell them, it could tip him over completely if he should recover, which please God he will. And what difference does it make anyway? It won't exactly please your boyfriend, and he could turn violent.
Oh, for God's sake.
Miss Natasha, please.
Oh yes, I know some relaxation techniques. I've seen all this before. Don't worry.
Your sister's great. Salim is recovering. I've never seen this before. He says he wants to take her home with him in his pocket. Teach Fatima her tricks. You're upset. It's about your father. Is that him?
Yes.
Mason? He has a kind face. Kind eyes.
You think?
Definitely. You can learn a lot from a man's face. At least that's what my uncle always says. You know, Mother, I've been thinking, I don't know, maybe you should do what your sister asked. Maybe you should bury him on the caboose. I admire you for refusing to do this. But refusing to honor your father's wishes cannot bring my uncle's land back. And agreeing to do so can at least make your sister happy. And your father may leave rest in peace. What do you say? Am I wrong?
What is it? It's just all too terrible. You're being so kind and so generous about my father when
Wait, what?
you won't want to tell me if I tell you.
Is it about us?
It's about my father.
Don't tell me. He had red hair. So what?
So what? So it makes no difference?
You heard your sister. What does it prove?
But if it all fits, I mean, he was here at the time. I can't be absolutely certain, but your uncle would know, so I want to show this to him.
Huh? That's what you want to do?
I don't understand. I thought you would want
It's
to
too
know.
much of a coincidence. Listen, he's had enough for one night, my uncle. He's not in a good way. You can see that.
So it's better if we don't push it.
Exactly.
And you and I can still be together.
Do you not want?
And you can come to London with my help.
What are you saying?
And the truth doesn't matter.
Hey, hold on.
Because what if it was my father? I adored my father, but I'm trying to face the possibility that if it was him, I owe your family an apology. Your uncle needs to know this. The shame I feel, this was my father doing this to your family. So I need to know the truth from you. If it was my father, where would that leave us? Be honest.
This is sick.
Tell me the truth. My father was that man. Could you still have a relationship with me? The truth.
No, of course not.
Right.
You are surprised. You heard the story. How could I possibly? What would that do to Celine? It would be dishonorable.
But even if I apologized to you and to Celine, nothing could change? Or we would still be enemies forever?
No, nothing can change. You can't undo facts. What was done is done.
But yet you sit in a room with Israelis who have killed Palestinians, done horrific things, and you call them your brothers in peace, men who have blood on their hands, and you forgive them.
That is different.
But why?
It is not personal.
All the more reason.
You're expecting too much.
And you're a hypocrite.
In the group, we do not talk about forgiveness, Mara. It is not about forgiveness.
But yet you're damning me, aren't you? Even though I'm trying to take responsibility for the things that my father may have done, which if he did, I need to apologize for them.
I think the crisis is over. I said he should try and sleep, but he insists on coming back in. Oh, you haven't told him. My God, are they coming in here?
We won't let them.
What do you mean we won't let them in?
I'm going to see if my uncle is awake, and if he is, I'm taking him back to my flat.
Well, what for? Well, it's far too dangerous out there. I mean, look at, there are men all over the place. There could be snipers at every door.
If
Oh,
he-
please don't leave yet.
If he finds out that maybe it was your father, he would not want to spend 1 minute longer here, believe me.
You're not going to tell Salim. You can't tell him, not in his condition.
Maybe that's right. We're all still in shock here. You have to understand how painful this has been for me. And
Your pain? Why the pain of the Jews always must come first?
Dad, he's upset.
Yes, I'm upset. Upset that my uncle has to suffer still more. Upset what happened 60 years ago can never come to an end. Upset about his pain, my pain, our pain, because of people like your father.
So why tell him?
Because we need to know the truth.
If it causes pain like Dad said, he could die from the shock.
Die? I am here. Okay.
Great. I'll make you some tea.
Ah, that would be nice. How about some of your...
No, that's not tea!
Oh.
That's my father's ashes.
What I have done, I am so sorry.
No, Amo, do not touch him. Come. Come.
Mara, no.
Your father.
Yes.
We're all young like this once. This is how we all end. Dust.
Do you recognize him?
It's clear he didn't. See, I told you this was ridiculous, Mara. Can I have it back now?
If this was a colored photo, you would see that my father had red hair. In the corner, you can see cactuses because the photo was taken at Yetum. I'm not sure if the exact date, but my father was out here for a few years from 1946.
Why do you tell me this?
See, you're persecuting him.
I'm persecuting him.
Amo, is this the man? The man with the whip?
Because if it was, we need to say sorry. Well, at least I need to say sorry.
Mara.
I know saying sorry can't change things. Can't change what happened to you. But if this man was the man with the whip, I need to know. Was it?
For Pete's sake, Mara, leave it alone.
Amo!
It was a long time ago.
But was it him? Was there a father? Was it Max Berman?
We did not know his name. To us children, he was just Orange, man from Mars.
But was it him?
What difference does it make? That man did what he did. If it was not your father, his father was someone other.
But I need to know, and then at least I can apologize.
You cannot apologize for something you did not do. Please now, do something with this now.
Can't use that.
Why not?
For God's sake, Mara, give me this. Oh, stop! Are you mad? Oh.
Come. Sit down. You must always honor your parents.
Even if they did wrong. Evil.
Then they will be punished.
And their children?
Must learn from mistake of father. Cannot be responsible for them.
See?
You are wrong, Mama.
What do you mean I am wrong? You look at my age, I don't know more than you?
They are responsible.
What do you say? They were not born when these things...
They are responsible for not demanding the truth from their father.
Oh, come on, Dad.
Did you ever ask him what he saw, what he felt, what he did to make his Zionist dreams come true? Did you ever ask him about us, what happened to us?
We were Zionists. You were the enemy, period. I'm not saying it was right, but that's how it was for us growing up.
Exactly. I had to go to an Israeli prison to learn about the Holocaust. Nobody told me, really told me. We were all satisfied with the stories our parents told us.
Yes, that's just human nature.
But is that good enough? We have to find out for ourselves. We have to find out more than the stories we grew up with. Maybe Mara was right with her apology. At least that way I know that you accept that Jews, maybe even your father, did these things to us.
Then you'll let me
You have
apologize.
already apologized. It is up to you, Miss Natasha, now.
Nat. This is crazy. How can you say that?
I'm afraid I'm with your uncle here. People can't apologize for something they haven't done.
What if it means something to me? Forget about my uncle for a minute.
No!
No, do you accept that these things happened? And it was a terrible thing.
Well, we're not even sure these things are true.
Oh, for God's sake.
And for this man being our father, we don't...
That is not the point. Do you accept that these things happened as my uncle described? That is all I am asking for. This is it, Mrs. Natasha. Can you say it? Salim and I may be out there very soon. They may take us away. We don't know how long for. You are leaving tomorrow. We may never see you again. You will never forget this night. It will follow you all the night of your life. Maybe. If you cannot do this, then we are leaving. There's no hope in this room, then why should we stay? At least we know who the enemy is out there. We recognize the uniform.
They're going. The soldiers are going. They're driving off. It's over.
Daud?
Yes, they are going. Come.
Oh, wait, Dad, Salim doesn't look so good. Let me get him some water first.
Look at my uncle, Miss Natasha. He's old and sick, and you are going to let him go out there.
No.
That is not human. That's playing with
No,
our
I
lives.
wouldn't.
What do you say?
I'm sorry.
Mama?
I am ready now.
We will take you back to my apartment, see if we can get you to Fatima tonight.
Inshallah. You leave tomorrow.
Yes.
You too?
No.
Goodbye, Miss Natasha. We will remember this night. Goodbye, Mama.
Bye, Dad.
Mala is a small place.
Yes,
We are sure to meet again.
that would be likely.
Wait, I need to take a photo for your son in Cleveland. I'd like to go visit him if it's okay with you. Maybe bring him something from you, if maybe Mara can arrange it. Do you think you could smile? Now you, Mara, in the middle.
Yes, go. Do you think you all could just try a little smile?
And now, will you take one of me with the guys? I want to show Sam and the kids.
If it's all right with Dad and Celine.
Is it okay?
Why are you doing this?
Well, I want to tell them about tonight, about you two. They'll never believe I spent the evening under curfew with 2 Palestinian men. I need this for evidence.
What will you tell them?
May I? Everything.
Everything? What happened to Salim's family? What's still happening now?
Leave it to me. And now, come, back. Now we'll get a picture. Come. A photo of all of us together.